Hey Sultan Skibbity, what's the funnest nation to play in Victoria 3?
Oh, it's a Germany, clearly.
Okay, fine, but what's the second funnest nation to play in this game? That's right, it's Mexico! Only problem when playing as Mexico is the Americans. So how are we gonna get rid of them with just 9 units in just 10 years? By taking the entirety of the West Coast and crushing their spirits and just keep munching and munching on them until they give up. I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do that, and for just 5,000 likes, we're gonna do the second part where we conquer all of North and South America. And don't forget to also subscribe for more Victoria 3 content. First and foremost, let's assign all of the units that we start with to the front line against the Texans, and let's also recruit some more conscripts wherever we can, so we have more bodies that we can just throw at the Texans. Make sure we raise conscripts, and that means we're gonna be lacking even more arms. Right now, most of our arms are coming from the British. We also will need to build our own arms industries, paper mills, paper industry, steel, shipyard, and so on. We are lacking a lot of basic stuff, essentially. Before we prioritize any of that, we're going to switch over to tooling workshops, and that's because we have some iron mines at the start. Because we also getting more tools, we can switch to butchering tools. I'm going to keep it on wooden frame building for now, and I'm going to get a few more construction sectors in Mexico City as my first buildings. Now, budget-wise, we're going to need to tax the schnapps out of our people, at least at the start of the campaign, so we can actually make a little bit of money off of them. Also tax tobacco. If you smoke in my country, you gotta pay the smoke tax. Same for services, of course. That'll be 50%, especially if you're American. Paid for a $2 McDonald's meal, you're gonna get service tax on that bad boy. Guess we can also tax wine, and we'll leave it as such. We will need some more of this authority points to enact some edicts later down the line. Wherever we have our main construction going, we're going to use road maintenance for the construction efficiency, which means we're going to build stuff faster with this edict enacted. So we're going to switch this edict around based on wherever we're building stuff at that particular time. Technology-wise, we're very far behind everybody else, so we really need to catch up. First one, we're going to go for a stock exchange because it gives us the 10% market access, which is huge. Then I'm going to queue up lathes over here in order to finish my tier 1 for production, and then we're gonna go for atmospheric engine so that we can actually start industrializing our country. Remember, you don't want to research any second tier or next level research before you finish the tier you're currently on, otherwise you incur a pretty significant ahead of time tech penalty. Encourage export. This means that we will be able to get our corn laws, and that's gonna spawn in a market liberal eventually, which we can use to modernize our country. Because check it out, boys, we're dog schnapple. We have some of the worst legislation imaginable. We need to get some type of voting system in. We also need dedicated police force, so I'm gonna actually go for that now because we have a lot of support for it and should pass fairly quick. We're gonna need to switch to per capita taxation as well, and just a lot of other legislation is required, including schools, health system, and some type of home affairs, preferably National Guard, which is gonna give us more battalions that will help in the war against the Americans. But the reality is that the Americans have the potential to recruit 300 conscripts, that is, from the get-go, because they got 15 million population. Now that we got the corn laws, let's go ahead and import from the Russians, the British, and everybody else that we can import from. And speaking of, I'm going to start improving with the British. I'm actually going to also start improving with the Americans. I'm also going to start improving with some of the South American nations here, and I'm going to get some more rivals too. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we're not improving with New Granada, we're making them our rival. Fair enough. Texas too. We're doing this so we get the extra influence, which is going to help us decay our infamy faster, and it's going to allow us to do more diplomatic interactions with more nations around the world. The cool part is that we do have migration control, so if we manage to get good standard of living, people that are accepted, non-discriminated pops will start migrating to our country, and that's going to be one of the main focuses of this particular campaign. We need to get many people from Europe to arrive in our country so we can use them to outshine the United States. We start with cultural exclusion, which means that any European culture is an accepted culture, but not only that, also any Hispanophone culture is an accepted one. So that's some of the African Hispanic speakers in South America too. After we do those construction sectors, we're going to need a lot of wood, so I'm just going to queue up max amounts of wood in Mexico City, and I'm going to go for level 2 colonial affairs so we can start colonizing the North American parts a little bit quicker. Also going to start colonizing Oklahoma for that matter, and let's get some new interests in Gran Colombia, which we also need to stop improving with because they are our rivals. Instead, we can improve with the French, which might actually help us because they have protective attitude towards us. How about they both have protected attitude? Oh, we might really be able to use these guys in a war against the Americans if they start with protective. I didn't know that. A recurrent theme within the Latin-speaking parts of the New World, the Age of Caudillos, or that time in history when generals decided to rule entire nations, but ended up just destroying everybody's economies, really. Hey, look at that. Look at that. We got a new character in Mexico. We got the agitator we always wanted, boys. So this is because of the corn laws, we get a market liberal. What does that mean? It means that we're going to be able to pass some of the best legislation if we get this guy in charge of our government, including the ability to switch over to homesteading and laissez-faire or interventionism. Right now we've got agrarianism and tenant farmers, so if we switch over from tenant farmers to laissez-faire, we're not going to get the biggest debuff, which is that right now tenant farmers does not allow population to go from one state to another. So even if you have qualified population within your state and you need them to go to the adjacent state, they're not going to go even though they're qualified because of tenant farmers. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and make this guy a leader. So grand leadership, that means that he's now in charge of our government, or in charge of our leading party, the landowners, and that means we're going to be able to attempt at least to pass homesteading. We don't have the opposition from the landowners for that anymore, so once we get the rural folk in our government, we will be able to start slowly passing this amazing legislation. Hey, easy win, easy win. Luckily we did that before the Americans did their particular journal entry, which would have ended up with them annexing Texas. So now we managed to get a hold of one of the bigger states and with some of the bigger resource pools in North America. Late game, this is where most of the oil is going to be, so it's pretty historical. If we keep California and Texas, we're golden. Oh no, Krakatoa exploded. Yeah, so anyway, sucks to live there. We are stockpiling gold, so temporarily I'm going to be switching to very low taxation until I finish building some of my construction sectors. This will bring up my standard of living, albeit not too much. The main issue we have with standard of living right now is simply the fact that we just don't have enough resources, even the basic resources, to go around. Would be awesome if we could get a trade agreement with the British maybe, or with the French. Then we would be able to import and export as much as possible with the biggest markets in the game. And oh my god, can you actually pass? What is this, man? 95% success chance. This is equally bad to getting a freaking fort and you fort to 95. I'm tired. I'm tired of bad RNG. Come on, game. I'm gonna bide my time. Eventually Central America is gonna collapse, and when that happens, we're gonna have an easy time wiping out everybody here. Before we continue, this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Used by more than 10 million men worldwide, Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra features the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra electric trimmer that's geared with their next-gen dual skin-safe blade heads. It includes a foil blade that can easily be interchanged with your trimmer blade, plus you got an LED light and is waterproof too. The kit also includes the Weed Whacker 2.0, an ear and nose hair trimmer that is waterproof, cordless, rechargeable, and also has the skin-safe technology. This is especially good for all of you map enjoyers that have accidentally been gaming for weeks without leaving the room. But wait, there's more! You get 2 gifts when purchasing the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Boxers 2.0, and the Jewel Pouch, as well as your Shed 2.0, so I guess that's 3 gifts, and I'm still dyslexic. Don't miss out, and make sure to use my link below and promo code Ludi at Historia to get 20% off plus free international shipping alongside the 2 gifts. Oh my god, 85% chance for passing capita taxation. Okay, I mean, looks like we've... Oh, whoa, hold on a second here. We got a land reformer in our country? That's awesome. Hey, what a great way of starting the game with the freaking Chihuahua crop failure. Fun fact, the crop failure is the reason we have Chihuahua dogs today. Because the crops didn't work, they had to come up with a new meat source. Did I make that up, or is that real? You'll never know. As a general note, whenever you're building any sort of industry, especially at the start of the campaign, it's good to build in areas where you would have direct access to all the resources from the moment that you've built it for your input. So if we build paper mills in Texas, we would have the sulfur also in Texas that will be used by the paper mills. The same goes for California. We are in massive shortage of pretty much everything. Logs is the main one, or wood, better yet. Then again, we're pretty much relying on trade for all of our paper, and we're still paying 43% more for paper than we would otherwise if we just had our own paper production. And there you have it, guys. Central America is no more. It's now El Salvador, Costa Rica, and Guatemala, and apparently another small little schnapps over here. core. Oh, we can actually do return core in this one. Yeah, let's attack these guys first. Brother, 92 success chance on voting. Can you just pass already? Oh my god, what is up with these legislations, my dude? Holy snaps, bro. Okay, so that was super easy because they didn't have an army. Guatemala probably does have 1 unit. Okay, that's gonna be basically the same. Andale, andale, andale! Per capita taxation! Too much? Was that a little bit too much? Let me check. Oh my freaking god, they got 100 and... Oh, I'm having a heart attack. I'm actually having a heart attack. They got 36 standing army with 144 conscripts. It is really bad. It is really, really bad. I need to really improve relations with the British right now. Please give me a defensive pact. I beg you. I'm gonna give you investment rights. Please build in my country so we can be friends. Yeah, we need to ramp up our economy so we can actually get some armies going. We got 15 so far. Let's upgrade them all to line at least and see how many more conscripts we can get. Probably not that many. We can have 17 more conscripts. That is pathetic, really. That being said, we can now go for National Guard, which is 29 more battalions, which is still pathetic, but less pathetic, I guess. Maybe we can also get some more battalions from El Salvador and everybody else here. They have 8 and they've got another 1. So maybe we can get 4 or 5 battalions after we take all of Central America, bringing us up to still way less than the American. Wait, they have conciliatory with me. Oh, it did work. Okay, so I kind of took a shot in the dark here, but I've been improving with them from the day one. We're down to minus 33 poor, but their attitude change means that I might actually buy myself some time, colonize all of this stuff, and then if I do buy myself some time, I will be able to attack them when I'm ready and actually have an actual industry to back me up for that war. Because if we do it now, it's over. They're gonna win 100% unless we get the British to help us out. Also, let's ramp up a little bit our construction sector, shall we? Let's get 3 more before we build up that arms industry. Only reason I'm getting 3 more is because we passed per capita taxation, so we can afford it now. La Guatemala, da, 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 da. I totally didn't just rip off the Cucaracha song. Did not do it at all, I swear. Also, can we take a second and appreciate the fact that Guatemala has freaking nothing? It's got a fishing wharf, a couple of plantations, and that's it. What the hell, man? What you guys been doing this whole freaking time? You had 3 years to build, schnaps. So apparently Grenada joined on their side. That means I'm gonna be using my conscripts, otherwise I'm gonna get my ass handed to me now. You can take my freedom, but you can never take my opium plantations, you scum. Yeah, that's right. I'm role-playing the good guys here, even though technically we're not really, but it's fine. Don't worry about it too much. We set our units to defend. I'm doing that until they drain their manpower, and once that's done, we start pushing ourselves. And that should be fairly soon, because they pretty much already drained their manpower. So let's go. Push it to the limit. Dum dum dum. Kick some Grenadian ass. Bum bum bum. Please don't die, because if we do, then we have to restart the game, and I don't want to. Hey, that actually rhymed. Oh my god, I am such a good rapper. I feel like I should rename myself to Ludi. Ludi. That's my new rap name from now on, guys, in case you're wondering. All right, we've pretty much won this. Yep, there you go. We got all of Nicaragua, so we've got most of Central America. Costa Rica's next. Now these guys actually want to give me white peace, so I'm gonna accept the white peace. Also, we have our own arms industry now, so we can cancel the arms that we were importing from the Americans, and by Americans I mean British. Potato tomato, am I right, guys? So the cool part is that we actually did get some stuff building wise from this area. After we change our production methods, I'm also gonna have to change and reshuffle some of my edicts. Now, they do have a lot of turmoil, so we're gonna change the social mobility edict that we have in Mexico together with the other one in Bajío, and we're gonna use them to suppress or violently suppress people here. This will give 50% less penalties from turmoil in both of these big ass states. Wall Street Pact. Oh my dude, this is the most American freaking sounding power block imaginable. It doesn't get more American than the Wall Street Pact, guys. It really doesn't. And they claimed all of our lands. They did the Manifest Destiny journal entry. It is so freaking Jover for us. Okay. There's a glimmer of hope. We managed to get our National Guards in, and they changed to belligerent. It is really bad. I'm starting to go for peasant levies. This would give me 105 battalions, which would mean that I could actually hold out against the Americans. Question is this gonna pass in time, or what the schnapps am I gonna be doing here? Oh my god. France, I love you. I love you, France. Thank you so much for the defense. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to worry about the Americans anymore. And I hope that's not famous last words and them attacking me after this, please. Okay, that surprisingly passed really freaking fast. Like, holy shit, really fast. I'm not sure I even want this anymore. Like, we got France now. It's pretty much okay. We don't really need to destroy our country, right? This will actually change our political makeup quite a bit. The landowners are pretty already... Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, it's too late now. I hope I made the right choice. I really hope I made the right choice. Let's just get the conscripts. So just in case shit happens, we just click a button and everything is fine. Wait a second, I just realized. Why is Grau Para still around? And they are at peace with Brazil and they're improving relations with Cuba. That is one of the most weirdest things imaginable. Oh my god, finally, boys, finally. We got atmospheric engines. Now we can start to properly industrialize our nation. And yes, in case you're wondering, my market liberal died. He literally died after like 3 years. It's wild the freaking RNG I get in this campaign, I swear. So unfortunately, the French had a revolution and I got to improve relations with them again because the revolutionaries won. But we can get a defensive pact with the British because we got +4 acceptance. So that works. The British are probably better off to defend against the Americans anyway because we have an actual land border with them. Good guy England also wants to give me a trade agreement. So that's going to massively fix my situation now because we can trade a buttload with the English, increase our standard of living in the process, and make a ton of money also. This is in essence, guys, what you really want to be doing first and foremost. You want to be trading with the English, or better yet, getting an alliance with the English and getting a trade agreement with the English in order to trade with them. If you do that, you're pretty much set for the rest of the campaign. So I can attack the Grenadans and I can call in the British as long as I promise them to ban slavery in Grenada. That's actually not... Oh, schnabido. Okay, boys. Well, it seems like the biggest Maximus Waricum is right here. It is exactly right over here, boys. We're going to be fighting the Americans and we're going to get the British on our side. So we might actually win this because the British are going to open up multiple fronts in the north, I would assume too, right? That means I'm going to add my goals like this. No more conquering or giving a schnapps about Grenada. It's all about conquering the Americans. So we're going to go conquest of Kansas, 5 infamy, that's literally nothing. And conquest of Colorado, again, 4.5. Wyoming to all the low infamy states. If we manage to win this war, it is basically the end of the Americans for us. So we don't need to worry about the Americans ever again in this campaign because they're going to be so weak after this that it's going to be a piece of cake for me to just march on into their lands. Wait, why is it only 5.6 infamy to get Florida? Like, what? Out of all the states, Florida is that cheap? Really? So I'm going to need to make a new army with a couple of units in it so I can actually defend my southern front. So we're going to need a new general there. I am also going to need more conscripts because otherwise this army is just going to completely fail instantly. So let's recruit some more conscripts. These guys' main idea is going to be that they're going to chill there until we win the war against the Americans. Oh my god, -49 advantage. That is really bad. If the British don't come help us, and it looks like they are coming to help us, we would be dead otherwise. Ooh, request to join power block. I kind of have to, don't I? Yeah, I got to. Otherwise, I got no choice. I have to join their power block. Otherwise, they wouldn't help me in the war against the Americans, would they? Well, I'm not a subject, but they can make me a subject. So even though I join their power block for now, eventually I will decide to leave the power block after I've grown in size enough. So yeah, we're basically a part of the greatest power block. We got some of the stuff that's going to help us out, like the infamy generated against unrecognized powers and colonial growth. That's really going to come in handy. Okay, we're getting an advantage. The British are bringing a buttload of units now, so we're eventually going to start pushing into them once they've lost enough manpower too. These guys have no units here though, so let's start actually pushing into our main war goals into New Granada instead. Hey, look at that, we're pushing, boys. Oh my god, we're actually winning against the Americans. This is the best moment right now. Mandate expanded for you, market unification. Oh, that is the one I wanted. Oh fuck yeah. So now once this reaches level 3, we should be able to have a customs union with all the other market members. So that means I would be a part of the British market, so I would just get insanely rich from abusing all the resources that we're gonna have in the British market itself. Is there actually any achievement for this? I'm actually curious. Let's see. Manifest Mexico. Own the Pacific Coast, Texas. Okay, so we do have an achievement we can get in this run as well. I genuinely am shocked that I'm actually winning against the Americans. Like, what the hell is going on here, buddy? What the schnapps is going on here, America? Of course, the freaking Comanche rebel exactly when I don't want them to be rebelling. This has to be one of the greatest starts I've had as Mexico in a really freaking long time. I genuinely don't remember the last time I was able to actually kick the Americans' ass so early in the campaign. I think the real issue with this is going to be that we're going to need to leave eventually the market, the power block, better yet, and that's going to be a much bigger war than the American war is right now. However, we're probably going to leave that when we have all of the US already. So by that point, it's going to be fairly easy because we're probably going to have a few 100 million GDP. Colonization of Texas Texas is complete just in time. And oh my god, how is England getting these freaking mandates so fast? Dude, they're really insanely quick with getting the that is just insane. Company throughput bonus infrastructure. I'm loving it. I'm loving how amazing the British power block is, because I'm taking huge advantage of it, right? So it's working out for us. Landed voting, we got Pablo as the new president. Let's see what Pablo's all about. He is a jingoist landowner. That is not what I want to see right now. That is really not what I want to see. One thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to switch to national militia since that is available now. It's better than peasant levies, and more importantly, it also lowers the strength of the armed forces and it gives more battalions. New Granada wants a white piece. Yeah, how about no? I'm getting a lot of events that give me pop group attraction for the industrialists, but I'm like genuinely not getting that much industrialists in my government. I'm struggling to get any of them in the government. Holy mother of God, dude. Holy mother of God. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, this is disgusting. I forgot about Oklahoma. Oh God. Yeah. Look at this, guys. Look at this genuinely amazing situation we've got right now. Once the states here are going to be fully cored, and we're going to do that now, we're going to be just insanely filthy rich. I'm talking ridiculously rich. Redonkulously rich even. That's a lot of bureaucracy we're missing out. 15 tax waste, so we're going to spam a few bureaucratic buildings ASAP. The great part is that this will allow us to dominate North America, because we've basically cucked over the Americans from getting the majority of their rich late game states, which would have been North, South Dakota, Montana, Colorado, California, Texas. These would have been the states that would have tipped over and made the United States ridiculously powerful. They still have really great states like Pennsylvania and New York, but we're going to take those from them later in the campaign, of course. We're going to take all of the US. It's not going to exist by the end of this run. We obviously took the low infamy first so we can boost ourselves up whilst we can, and then slowly grind at the rest of their provinces afterwards. Oh my god, the Dixie are already seceding from us. Come on, really? Why do we have to deal with that shit? Oh, it actually is the Confederate uprising. What? And we got the market unification, boys. Look at that. We're a part of the British market officially, so we need to spam a lot of the stuff that is in really high demand in the British market right now. And we can also use all of these production methods, meaning we're going to increase our GDP by quite a little bit, and as such our economy by quite a lot as well. Oh, actually we can probably do construction sectors, all of them on iron frame now, so we go up to 64 construction sectors. I love being a part of a big fat juicy market. And would you look at that, we also are able to get more conscripts now. Whilst we're doing all that expansion in North America, we're also expanding in Africa. We finished our colony in Togo, which means we have this as a full state now. I mean, we can start making it a full state, and then we can maybe sell it off. Maybe we can give it to the British in exchange for something better. I kind of resigned myself with trying to get public schools. I'm going to attempt getting religious schools instead, because I failed public schools like 3 times, and that's more than enough times failure in my opinion. Also, the British market literally requires 3,000 wood, so I'm just going to spam like 1 wood in every single state that I have. This way it's going to give some jobs to my people and make all those jobless people actually have something to do and not be radicalized, I guess. Dude, look how fast we're building our mine. We're getting 30 construction efficiency from our very first company, namely the Gold Corporation of Bajío. So we're getting these gold mines super fast. I think we can get some more in California, right? Let's actually spam all of those as well. Oh yes, babe. Oh my god, yes please, babe. Let's make sure we also bring these bad boys at the top of the queue. I'm just realizing that Mexico is the greatest gold nation in the freaking game. Like, holy snaps, the amount of gold we got, boys. Let's not talk about the Russians, okay? Nobody talk about that. Let's see how much we need to advance this institution to level 3. We need 200 bureaucracy, so let's just spam some bureaucratic buildings. Actually, I forgot to get universities. Oh my god, I have no universities. I need to spam universities. We got a strong economy now. We can definitely sustain quite a lot of universities. Let's get 1 in each of our states so we get our qualifications up. Croatian mass migration. Okay, I mean, I guess it's worse than what we have living in the Ottomans. I understand that. Time to properly ramp up our economy, lads. Oh, yes, please. Railways. That is amazing, because now we can start building in areas in which we had massive market access issues before, like Bajío over here, which is one of our best states, actually. Oh my god, I've got 700,000 pops in this state alone. How many pops do we have in Africa? I didn't realize we're getting that many from the Cameroonian areas. That is just ridiculous. Equatorial Bantu is in the top 5, 800,000. Then these guys are from Africa, 500,000. We got free trade, so that means we got the end of the corn laws. That's going to make people more loyal, and we're going to lose for 9 years some interest group approval for the landowners. I really wish that market liberal that we started with with survived for longer than freaking 3 years. It kind of was very pepega that he died so early. Now, I know what some of you are going to be saying. Ludi, you're not playing efficient. Why do you have so much extra money? You shouldn't be getting reserves, brother. You should be min-maxing the schnapps out of this nation, and you should be getting a lot of scaling up, sir. You're right. You're actually right. That's what we're going to do now. We're going to probably be scaling because I want to get more GDP than the Americans. They got 26 mil. We got 16. So we're definitely catching up to them really, really fast now. Be honest with you, what the shit? Did we actually just pass that at 6%? Ain't no freaking way. Ain't no actual freaking way that's gonna fail. I already know. This is bait here because no way this shit is gonna actually pass when it has already 2 setbacks and it's at 7%. I might as well just cancel this shit as it is. But yeah, I was gonna say that I'm watching The Lord of the Rings. I actually have a 12 hours extended edition marathon that I got on my second screen over here. Check it out, boys. We out here watching Frodo and gang Schnappledoop Sauron and playing Mexico at the same time. I'm basically living the best life anybody could ever be living. Am I right? Scumbag landowners could not even do a coup. What a bunch of Schnappledopes. Democracy if saved indeed. We are totally democratic in Mexico. Totally. Okay, what the shit, man? Seriously, how is this happening right now? Voting 7%? What? If this passes on the next one, I genuinely will watch season 1 to season 8 of Stargate SG-1, and then I will also watch Stargate Atlantis in a row. I'm gonna dedicate an entire weekend for that entire thing. Please pass, please. Come on, damn it. Okay, fuck it. I was kind of hopeful that it would pass, so then I would actually have to watch Stargate, but we got 26%, so this actually might pass, man. That is insane. It's actually insane. What the fuck is up with this RNG? Now, this is a big one, because this is gonna allow me to get more institutions, boys. So let's check. We also have capped out our innovation. We need to get more literacy to get more innovation now. In order to get more literacy, we need more education access. So we're gonna go for this with level 3 right now. Then we're gonna go also for home affairs, and we're gonna try and get as much of law enforcement as possible to reduce the state penalties from turmoil, because we've got quite a bit of that still, especially in the southern parts. Let me check how much we have now. Oh, actually, we don't have any more. No way. Really? Wow, that is super surprising. So Central Americans are happy now. So I knew I spoke too early. Look at that. We went back to 1% success chance. Dude, oh man, this is gonna fail. I hate this. I hate this so much. Can it stop being so RNG, please?
He's one of them rangers. I don't know what they call him, but around here, we call him Strider.
Yep, I'm at that part of the movie, and I fucking love it already. Oh my god. Oh my god. I seriously wish I was in the Lord of the Rings universe. Like, just teleport myself in it. I want to take the freaking ring to Mordor. Let me in on the adventure, Frodo, please. And how the hell do we go up to 26 again, brother? What is going on here? Man, I hate when the AI calls me into their stupid wars. Isn't the AI supposed to just be there to, you know, support my wars and I don't need to do nothing? I thought that's how this shit worked. Can someone check the video and see when exactly I started going for wealth voting? I think this took me like 10 years to actually pass. I'm not even exaggerating. Genuinely think this took me 10 years to pass. What the schnitzel, man. In any case, we got skirmisher infantry now, so that means we can start with the next war and the next phase against the Americans, because they had skirmishers for a while. So we were waiting to get this better military tech. That being said, we are going to be attacking Benin and Netherlands to take the Niger Delta as well, since this is a lot of future rubber, a massive amount of population, and just basically free expansion, since the British, which is the leader of my power block, support me, so I don't need to worry about the other colonial nations that matter in this particular area. Let's also try and get restricted child labor. That's going to let us get one more level for the education institution, and as such, we can get more innovation max cap afterwards once we improve our literacy. So I got to the part in the Fellowship of the Ring where Frodo talks about the fact that he dreamt to go on an adventure with Bilbo and that his own adventure turned out to be quite different. That kind of made me a little bit cry, because obviously Tolkien references this as his experience of the World War, since that would have been his adventure, going off to war, abandoning the Shire, which would be his hometown, his origin, and seeing the horrors of the war. Tolkien is such a freaking amazing human, like, and with an amazing imagination, most importantly, right? And it just makes me so sad to think about all the people that passed away in the war that probably were just absolutely amazing humans with a bright imagination and maybe a bright future too, and they just died for, I don't know what they died for, right? Makes you think, doesn't it? Made me think, at least. All right, let's get back into this game. I need to focus here, boys. We're close to getting up to the Americans. 28 mil. How much they got now? They got 40 mil. Oh my god, I need to ramp up massively. Holy shit. How did they get to 40 mil already, dude? And what the schnapps? 59 with 281. Yeah, we can match that. We can match that at least. Population, we're 20, they're 27. So we're pretty close. Plus, innovation-wise, we are capped out. We actually have more than what's the cap right now. And we're doing pretty good with our tech. We've caught up massively with a lot of the production methods and just the social techs and everything else alongside as well. And we seem to have a lot more extra money. So let's use that up to build more construction sectors once more. Look how beautiful we are, dude. We're basically quite a big chunk of Central Africa, aren't we? And I think I'm gonna attack these guys. Why can I not attack them? Oh, they got good relations with me, don't they? Scumbag natives improving relations so I don't attack them. What a bunch of scooby-doobs. You guys too? Come on, everybody, really? Yeah, I need people of intelligence on this sort of mission quest thingalinga-da-dinga-balinga of wiping out Sokoto is what I'm trying to say here. Totally not referencing Lord of the Rings, which I'm watching on my second monitor still. In fact, I totally don't want to say that I hope this movie never gets remade, bro. This is literally perfection. This is, honestly, out of all the movies I've seen, the trilogy for the Lord of the Rings is the best movie. It does not need to be remade. You can maybe do something from the Silmarillion, something else, you know, but not this one, please. Please, not this. All right, so looks like France is at war with the British. This is a big war, like an actual big-ass war. So what am I gonna do here? They're confident. I think I'm gonna join my ally Britain's side. Maybe transfer subject. What do we got? Gaza, Nej, Macron, Indonesia, Trucial States, British East Africa, British Hudson Bay. Oh my dude. Ooh, Colombia has a way better 10 million GDP. Can I get Colombia? Colombia I cannot get. Shit. Okay, that explains why they're giving me the Hudson Bay. What about these guys here? 3 million, 4 million GDP, 10 million again GDP. Holy snaps. British East Africa is really good too, because British East Africa means we get all the rubber afterwards, because we're gonna attack the Portuguese anyway, right? So if we get this side, we're already doing from the other side, we're colonizing. If we get Portugal and stuff, we genuinely will have most of the rubber in Africa afterwards, which is wild. I want British East Africa. It's mine. I need it. I need it right now. Give it to me. So also mobilize and get our units to some front line wherever we can. There you go. We can send them over here. And we got another protectorate, Jusei. Let's go ahead and improve relations with them, actually. Stop damaging. We need to improve with these bastards. All right, boys. I hope we win, because if we don't, England is screwed. Liberate Cornwall and Wales. Oh, boy. And look at that. Oh, we got these lands. Mexican East Africa. Jusei. Oh, hold on a second. This guy's Scottish Protestant. I wish you could just replace that and just change the culture and the religion to your culture and religion. That would be nice. You know, I just realized something. If we were to be complete scumbags, considering that the French do not have any war goals against us, we could technically capitulate, and that way, if they win, they also liberate Oyo, which is right now a protectorate of the British, and then we can attack it ourselves, because we kind of want to take Oyo for ourselves. And we got East Africa for nothing, despite not actually helping the British. Oh, I'm a scumbag. I'm an actual scumbag. And we got elected bureaucrats, so we have a buttload more institution. Plus, it's cheaper to get our institutions up, so let's upgrade these bad boys to level 4 and 5 eventually for law enforcement too. And we've got 5% chance for this. I really need some more support for homesteading. Hey, remember when I said we're gonna outscale the Americans? Check it out. We got 67 with 354, and they've got 62 with 310. And guys, check this out. We're on very low taxation, and we're actually making bank, so we can start properly ramping up our construction sectors even more. Populating the Americas. Mexico is a vast and fortunate land, though it is sparsely populated. Now, the awesome part is that we can do this event twice as the Mexicans, once for South America, once for Central America. We have the option of giving for every incorporated state in Central and West America 25% migration attraction permanently, guys. Or we can not do that. Why would you not do that? Yes, of course, go for the first one. And then again, for Central and Western America, we do the same. And we can click this, and this is going to give us promote European migration now. So of course, we're going to go for that. French pops in Sardinia will migrate to Mexico. Yes, please. Same goes for Central America. We can click this and we get it for the Central American states. We can only do this every 5 years, and we cannot do both at the same time. So keep that in mind. This essentially tells me that as the Mexicans, we can actually get more migrants from the old world than as the Americans if we play our cards right. Check out the migration attraction map mode. Look at that. Mexico has 107 migration attraction without even getting the migration greener grass campaign. So if we switch over and we get that in, I'm going to need some authority points though for that. Same goes for California, 94.5 migration attraction without the freaking edict. Well, we can also go for public health insurance now. So let's attempt to get this. That would be awesome if we get that done. That would increase our standard of living, and as such, it would encourage even more pops to migrate to our land. We have 2 agitators that have land reform as their main movement idea, so we should be able to pass homesteading significantly faster now with 2 agitators, right? Look at that. Come on, boys, do your job and give me some more support for homesteading, please. I love you. Ooh, the US is attacking Colombia. I'm assuming they're gonna want to make them a puppet, aren't they? Yes, they will. Brazil's on their side, though. I'm not gonna join Colombia's side, but I will declare my own war. I feel like this is the right opportunity. Let's go, boys. No bowls. Attack yes Maximus. Time to get our shit back. Although we never had it, it's still our shit. Okay, so shut up. We also get an interest because apparently I don't have one in the Midwest for some reason. We seem to be able to bring in the British, but they want to take stuff from us. Oh, conquer states that we can actually give them war goals. They want to conquer Liberia. I'll give you Liberia. I don't give a single shit about Liberia, buddy boy. There we go. We won the second war if the British came in. We literally won the second war. Missouri, surprisingly, is 35 infamy, but I'd rather take lower infamy states and take more of them, if you know what I mean. Especially states like Minnesota and Wisconsin, which have a lot of great resources. They have sulfur, both of them. That way, if we take that, we would basically starve the Americans of sulfur. They would only have 2 states left with sulfur because we already took Mexico. We're taking Louisiana too. We took Texas. Oh, okay, so I took Minnesota, and that's pretty much it. I cannot take Wisconsin too. That's Pepe guy. Should have taken Missouri then. I guess you live and learn. Great part is that they're still in the war with Colombia, so if we're lucky, they're gonna focus a little bit on Colombia to naval invade them, and whilst they're not looking, we can swoop in and take as much of their lands as possible. To war, my pretties. They're joined by the Belgian scumbags. I don't know why the hell Belgian joined on their side, but whatever. Okay, we have the advantage. As always, we'll let them push first, let them destroy their manpower pool, and after they've destroyed their manpower pool, we'll do our pushing afterwards, together with the help of the amazing British units. And I'm glad to see the British are helping us more than they're helping against the... Did they finish the French war? They did finish the French war. Oh my dude. What the schnapps, man. They won 57 infamy. That means they won the war. Okay, so at least we managed to take the war goal, which, well, one of the war goals, Minnesota. We also need to take Mississippi and Louisiana. So let's actually give this order to our units. Make sure we designate these as strategic objectives for the armies to take. Oh my god, we got publicly traded. Oh my god, that is amazing. Check it out. Publicly traded is going to massively boost up our economy. It's going to be amazing. Oh, look at that. My beautiful Englishmen kicking some American butts. If only they did the same in 1776, wouldn't be in this situation in the first place, would we now? Let's see. So we lost 65,000 dead, 10,000 wounded. The Americans lost 200,000 dead and 250 wounded. They've lost so many. That is wild. See, that happens when you continuously push, and I'm defending my lands. Let's also get greener grass campaign in Mexico to see how much more migration attraction we get now. Let's check it out. So we went up to 149 migration attraction. That is wild, dude. That is actually wild. So I'm totally not relying on the British to do most of the heavy lifting here, guys. I totally would not be doing that ever. No, I'm not doing that, I swear. Let's see, we're doing a little bit of our own push here, boyos. Look at that. Monsieur Andres Zibron is kicking some American butts, eh? And because we are a great power, despite taking credit, we only have 4,000 in interest with 4 million credit, because great powers have minus 50% loan interest. That's why if you go laissez-faire, you essentially have 75% loan interest rate reduction, which is huge. And then you get some more technologies to pile that up, and you basically pay nothing for your loans. It's free money. They're getting pushed on all fronts, but it is so freaking slow. I mean, the Americans are still insanely powerful, guys. I'll be honest. It's scary how powerful these guys are. Oh, a new front started in the north. Yeah, it's freaking Jover. Yep, it is so Jover for the Americoomers. And we took our lands back. We took everything. We took Louisiana, Mississippi, Minnesota. We actually took Oklahoma, all of it too, but it didn't say. I don't know why it didn't say that. Whatever the case, we took a lot. In the next war, we're going to take the southern bit, so we merge Florida with the rest of our country. And of course, if we can, also Wisconsin and the sulfur in the north. Now, that being said, it is time to rebuild our country because it is not going good. We need to fix that economy. And I also want to see that freaking achievement. Hold on a second. What states do we need for that? Washington, Nebraska, Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon. Where the fuck is that? Montana, Nebraska. So that's here? Oh, it's these states. I need to basically attack my power block to get the achievement. That's gonna have to wait for part 2 of this campaign then, because I'm not gonna be able to do it in this one. So I want to still take advantage of the British market until I at least have one more war with the Americans. Oh shit, they're still in the war with Colombia. What? How are they still in the war with them. Make an offer for Alaska. Okay. We'll give them 3 million over the course of a year. Is that gonna give me Alaska? Please tell me that gave me Alaska, dude! That is wild. That is actually wild that I actually bought Alaska from the Russians instead of the Americans. I'm essentially becoming the United States, dude. Oh, wait. Does that mean we need to build a border in the north now to stop the northern migrants from coming into our country? Eh? Goddamn Americans coming over here and taking our tacos. Go make your own, you hamburger swine. Okay, we also seem to get Bosnian migrants now as a reward, clearly. North Germans migrating now. Oh my god, everybody loves our lands. Everybody actually loves us, guys. Let's also get greener grass campaign in California and in Texas for strategic bringing all the cowboys to Texas reasons. By the way, guys, if you want this save, I'll make it available to all my patrons, and I'll make it available to everybody else on Discord a month later, just like I'm doing with the Persia save. So if you want to get it for free, you can get it after a month. All you got to do is just join the Discord and read the rules, interact with the emoji so you get the access to the rest of the server. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Oh, okay. So we actually could try and go for commercialized agriculture. We're just flat out skipping homesteading altogether, going to commercialized agriculture from tenant farmer. And we also just got Jack the Stripper for 5 years, 10% more authority, so we can use that to violently suppress more people in the US, just like the modern day American government. That's a joke, guys. Totally a joke. What the hell is going on in Europe? Russia did not form the North German Federation, but they did manually conquer most of North Germany and the Dutch areas. Scandinavia formed. Austro-Hungary formed. Sardinia, Piedmont managed to get Tuscany and other parts there. The Russians also grabbed some lands from the Ottomans, and the Persians actually managed to grab all or most of the Persian and Afghani area. Together with the British, Raj also took parts of Afghanistan. We got the Heavenly Kingdom, as always, not much of a shocker there. And another not much of a shocker, the Ottomans are an unrecognized regional power because they didn't do their Tanzimats. I'm not saying that the Tanzimats are really hard for the AI to do, but I've never seen them do it. If you've seen them do it, let me know in the comment section. I'm actually curious. Also, let's go ahead and populate European migrants into Central America again, I guess. What are we getting? We're getting Portuguese pops to Mexico again. Look at this, 158th migration attraction. And more North Germans migrating to California out of... And Greeks! Oh my god, we're getting so many migrants now. Holy shit. My economy went up by 30,000 the second I got commercialized agriculture. That's what I call success, boys. We don't need homesteading no more, so maybe I'm gonna ask you guys to politely get the shit out of my country, motherfuckers. Damn, I don't know what got into me. I think that might have been all the Americans we assimilated. Speaking of assimilation, we need to get 2.0 standard of living from health system, so I'm gonna spam government administrations to get 700 bureaucracy for this. Also gonna go for regulatory bodies. Now, here's something that a lot of people don't know, right? You lose a buttload of population from mortality rates. What does that mean? Well, mortality rates you can get from different specific jobs, like heavy industry jobs and so on, which have dangerous working conditions. Lowering the dangerous working conditions lowers the mortality. So by lowering that, you actually get more pops because less of them die, which is why regulatory bodies is secretly one of the best legislations that not many people even realize it's that good. Look at that, 58 million. We're above the Russians, we're above the Americans, we're above the French, and we're catching up to North. Oh my god, North Germany has almost all of Germany with the exception of Württemberg. Thanks Schnitzeldorf, I've been improving with them and I got an alliance with them. So we managed to get to 144 innovation because of our 63% literacy, which is actually more than the Americans since they only have 61% literacy. I'm not sure if they even built up to their cap or not, but even if they did, we should have more than them now. Now we reached the point where turmoil doesn't affect us at all, because check it out, we got 50% law enforcement reduction in turmoil and another 50% from the edict. So the states that were actually affected by turmoil, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Minnesota, give no debuffs from said turmoil. Look how quickly we're also getting migrants now. Since we actually did the particular journal entries, we've gained like what, 3-4 million pops in just a few years for migration alone. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave that like, and don't forget to also check out Manscaped and use my code below. Until the next one, take care of yourselves before I take care of you.